Repair Clinic encourages you to perform this procedure safely. In this video, we will show one or more of these icons to alert you when to use caution. Most range repairs will require some disassembly of the appliance. Before you attempt this, be sure to unplug the power cord. You should also shut off the gas supply if you intend to disconnect any burner tubes or valves. To reach components found behind the control panel, use a Phillips head screwdriver to unthread the screws, securing the upper rear access panel brackets. Carefully remove the brackets. Now remove the screws securing the panel itself. Lift the panel up and out to detach, and you can access the oven control, power supply, and relay boards. When the repair is complete, replace the upper access panel and secure it with the screws. Now replace the brackets and rethread the screws to secure. To access components like the spark module, electrodes, and burner tubes, you will need to remove the main top. Lift off the 3 grates. Next, remove all of the burner caps and burner bases. Unthread the 15 screws securing the main top to the orifice holders. Now insert a putty knife under the main top to release the retaining clips. You can now fully remove the main top. If you need to access the spark switches or burner valves, note the location of the burner control knobs, then remove them. Unthread the 8 screws securing the burner control panel. You will need to open the oven door to access the lower screws. With the screws unthreaded, pull off the control panel. When the repair has been completed, realign the control panel and replace the screws to secure. Replace the burner control knobs on the appropriate stems. Reposition and lower the main top. Making sure the orifice holders and spark electrodes protrude through the openings, snap the main top into place. Rethread the screws to secure the orifice holders to the main top. Replace the burner bases, making sure the spark electrodes align with the holes. position the burner caps. Replace the burner grates. To remove the oven door, open the door and lift up both hinge stops. Lift off the door. To access the hinges, unthread the 7 screws securing the inner and outer door panels together. Carefully separate the 2 panels. You can now remove the mounting screws, securing the hinge you're replacing. With the screws unthreaded, remove the hinge. Replace the hinge by positioning it in the inner panel. Then thread the mounting screws to secure. Join the inner and outer door panels together. Replace the lower hinge screws first. Realign the door trim and replace the remainder of the screws to secure the panels. To reach the bake burner assembly and oven igniter, first remove any shelving from the oven. Now unthread the screws securing the oven's bottom panel. Lift out the bottom panel. Next, remove the screws securing the burner shield. Lift off the shield to access the burner assembly and igniter. Once the repair has been completed, properly realign the burner shield and replace the screws. Reposition the bottom panel and rethread the screws. Replace the shelving. Reinstall the oven door by inserting the hinges into the slots in the frame. Fully open the door and flip both hinge stops down. To access components like the door lock motor assembly and the oven safety valve, unthread the screws securing the lower rear access panel. with the screws unthreaded. Lift the panel up to remove. To remove the oven safety valve, first note the orientation of the bake and broil wires connected to the valve, then disconnect them. You'll need to release the locking tabs to detach the wires from the bake wire terminals. Use an adjustable wrench and a 9/16 inch wrench to unthread the nuts to release the gas supply tubes from the safety valve. Now remove the screws securing the valve to the rear panel. Reinstall or replace the safety valve by first inserting the gas supply tubes into the valve as you align the valve in the mounting tabs. Thread the nuts loosely. Replace the screws to secure the valve. Now tighten all 3 nuts. Attach the bake and broil wires to the appropriate terminals on the valve. Align the power cord strain relief on the access panel and reposition the panel. Replace the screws to secure. Remember to secure the power cord retainer as well. With the reassembly complete, plug the power cord back in. Turn the gas supply back on, and your range should be ready for use.